Toronto Express, BTS. Toronto Express, BTS negative, sir. No reported traffic.
BTS, the Granny Spagna for your head out now.
Granny Spagna, BTS copy, thank you. Freight traffic, Red Eagles at Lanes Lake, inward bound.
Okay.
BTS, that's us. Ferriby finished the Grandy, dropping onto the Seven Seas.
Ferriby, BTS, all copy, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh!
7 Seas Splendor, 7 Seas Splendor, Southampton, BTS.
Interrupted me there. I said, ahoy, shipmates! Blimey, couldn't get that working.
BTS, the 7 Seas Splendor.
Oh, here we go.
7 Seas Splendor, BTS, your tug's on its way to you, Ferriby.
Ferriby, okay, thank you.
Oh, ahoy, shipmates, blimey. Normally, it's a fairly simple process. I open up the application called OBS, and I hit transmit, and I open up the web page for the stream and say OK, and normally it sits there for about 10
That's
seconds.
BTS, good evening.
About 10 seconds or so, and then
Musketeer, BTS copy, thank you. No reported traffic for you.
but for some reason this evening I could not get it
7
working.
Seas Splendor, Ferriby, on 12.
Oh, here we go. This is the 7 Seas Splendor, which is what we're here to see this evening. What a lovely evening it is this evening. We have the Grimaldi lines here, departing at the moment. Not sure which one that was. But the 7 Seas appears to be having a turn as well.
Eston.
Eston, BTS.
Yeah, good evening, that's us finished on the Spaniard, boat 37.
Eston, BTS copy, thank you. Red Eagle and Red Jet 7 at the Hound inbound.
We'll receive things.
Well, it's been a lovely...
Southampton VTS, Fry Lake.
Fry Lake, BTS.
Yeah, good evening, Gemma. Getting stationed here on 45 berth shortly. She's bound for Kiel Canal. Maximum draft 3.8 and 7+1 on board.
Fry Lake, BTS copy, thank you. Traffic information, Grandy Spagna, just approaching the ocean dock, outward bound. And the 7 Seas Splendor, just should be underway in the next 10-15 minutes from 102, but she's heading.
Yeah, that's all received. Head in. Did she say she's going to swing off the berth, I assume?
Fry Lake, BTS standby, I'll find out. Break. 7 Seas Splendor, BTS.
Find out which way she's going. What's going on down here? Check on visibility. Visibility?
VTS, Fry Lake.
Fry Lake, BTS.
Yeah, we're ready to go. So we can get out ahead if you're happy with that. And correction on the draft is 3.5 maximum draft.
Fry Lake, BTS, sorry, so did you say 3.5 maximum draft?
Yeah, that's correct. 3.5, and if the cruise ship catches us, then we can get outside the greens, no problem.
Fry Lake, BTS copy, thank you. You're clear to proceed.
Thank you.
Well, the visibility is looking pretty decent this
See you
evening,
in a moment,
shipmates.
BTS, Fargate on 12.
Fargate, BTS.
Yeah, good evening. Finished with the Constellation, back to 37.
Fargate VTS copied, thank you, good evening. Traffic information 7 Seas Splendor, going to stations on 102. Should be swinging and then proceeding outbound. And the Fry Lake from 45, lifting off shortly.
Yeah, all copied on that, thank you.
Yes, Red Jet, 7 Robert, now the information is for the Grande and the S.
Red 7 VTS, yes.
Oh.
VTS, information down on one side.
Red 7 VTS copied, 0615, thank you.
Okay, let's I think we've enough of the radio now. I think we know what's going on.
Sounds VTS, Red Eagle, that's Northwest Nelly N.
Red Eagle VTS, all copied, thank you. You're clear to proceed with caution for the Grande Spagnote dockhead outbound and the Tug Essence at dockhead approaching, going back to disperse. Fry Lake 45 going to station.
Clear to proceed and copy the traffic map, thank you.
Okay, right, that's enough of the radio. We'll turn the radio off. We know what's going on now. Oh, I was going to say, I had a lot of tech. I couldn't get the computer working. There's normally, you start up the OBS software and you set it to streaming, and I go over to YouTube, and normally it's a fairly simple thing of just waiting for about 10 seconds, and it says, okay, good to go, and broadcast, and off we go. But it wasn't working. I tried 3 or 4 things, and then I had to reboot the computer, and then it did some updates while I was rebooting, of course. Always the updates. But anyway, it's all working now, which is rather good, because we have some beautiful conditions here in port. Have a quick look down towards the Isle of Wight. Visibility has cleared. It's been really poor visibility for the last 3 or 4 days. The temperatures in port have been rather nice. We go back to 7 Seas Splendor. 7 Seas Splendor is just off to the right-hand side. She hasn't departed just as yet. She's still attached to the dock, and I'm not quite sure which way she's going. She might be going to the far end or swinging around, or she might be swinging around in front of us here, which would be, either way, will be quite nice. But look at that. What a lovely sunset we've got here. I'll go down a bit. And you can see the Southampton boat show here. That's coming along quite nicely. We had lots of boats arrive during the last couple of days and mooring up. Absolutely brilliant. Big tents are in. Yeah, it's all looking good. Hey, it's really nice. The row that we just saw earlier, just heading on its way down towards Southampton Water. But this evening, we are here primarily for the 7 Seas Splendor. I think this is quite an interesting cruise ship. I think from the outside might not be that impressive. Looks like a reasonably conventional cruise ship, but what's happening on the inside is amazing. Okay, right, so I'm a little late to the chat, so that's why we're waiting for the 7 Seas Splendor to get a move on. I'll have a quick run through the chat. I'm just going to do a couple of things first. I've introduced the YouTube membership to the channel, and I see we've got a couple of new members. That's David WK9. He's joined as a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmate. And Sarah P. She joined as a midshipman. Oh, welcome aboard, Sarah P. I think there's another one, and it was Spiderlog has joined as a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmates. And it's been, I think I saw a comment there, someone saying that it's been a busy week. I don't know if you've been watching the channel lately, but yesterday was quite a day for the channel. We had 2 events. Well, one was actually technically a day before. We had a meteorite, or meteor, come storming across Ferrycam. And then we had the destruction of the check-in booth on Ferrycam, all on the same day. At one point, the Solent Ships YouTube channel was featured stories #1 on BBC News and #3 on Most Watched. I think that's quite impressive in a single day. Meteorite was excellent. The Ferrycam it has a sort of a digital shutter, so it extends its exposures and at night time to try and make the picture clearer and brighter. So as a consequence, any moving object tends to look a little blurry and tends to leave a ghosting trail behind it. So at night time, when the seagulls are flying around, because they're white, they're visible, and they tend to leave like a ghostly white trail behind them. They look just like a meteor. So quite often we get people saying, "Oh, I've seen a meteor on Ferry Cow. I've seen a meteor," and then we have to say, "No, it's just a seagull. It's just a seagull." And last week, someone said, "Oh, I've seen lots of ferries. I've seen lots of meteorites on Ferry Cow." And I noticed in the chat on Ferry Cow, lots of people were saying, "Oh, it's just a seagull. It's just a seagull." And I actually replied saying, one of these days, it won't be a seagull. It'll actually be a real meteorite. And we'll all say, "No, it's just a seagull. It's just a seagull." But it was a meteorite. And luckily, one of our blue spanners happened to spot it and let me know. And what a brilliant spot that was. It's our blue spanner. You probably see him. He's on more at night time. So it's Matt King. He was the meteor spotter. Well, this is turning out lovely, isn't it? There we go. This is going to look rather nice, I think. Going to get the Seas Splendor leaving just when the sky is looking its prettiest. That's one of the big marquees for the boat show. Okay, you might be asking, what do I like about the Seas Splendor? Well, I haven't had a chance to drone the Seas Splendor as yet. I hope perhaps I can get around to doing that soon. Like I say, I think from the outside, I saw when she came in the other day on the cameras, I don't think she's a particularly impressive ship. It looks like she's, I would say, going to reverse it and swing where we are. What a great sunset we've got going on. It's marvellous, isn't it? But the Seas Splendor is a 6-star cruising experience. None of your 4-star and 5-star nonsense. This is a full half a dozen stars. She has a number of features which I think you'll find particularly delightful if you happen to be well endowed with large wallets. Has I think it's 307. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my little notes here, but I can't find. I think it was 374 cabins, all with balconies. Quite impressive. The suite that I'm particularly interested in is the Regent Suite, which has total floor space of over 4,000 square feet. Now, if you're not familiar with the square footage of your property, a large 4-bedroom house is probably in the region of about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. So imagine it's twice the size of a very large 4-bedroom house. Isn't that amazing? And what do you get for this, you may ask? Well, you get quite a few things. Apart from the obviously really large cabin, you get your own built-in spa. You actually have a spa in your suite, and you have endless facilities to use it. No charge there whatsoever. It's very generous of them. You have free Wi-Fi, I noticed, which also I think is a fairly useful feature. But I think probably the feature that appealed to me most was the pillow menu. It's not just like any other menu, it's a pillow menu. And I can get on board with that. I mean, there are times when you stay in a hotel, you're on a ship somewhere, and the pillow's just not quite how you like it. It's a little too firm, a little too soft. Maybe it's based on feathers and you prefer artificial, or maybe like a memory foam pillow. So I can now see why £10,000 a night for a cabin where you've got a pillow menu makes all the difference, doesn't it? Oh, did I mention you also get a choice of 3 daily newspapers? Okay, let me just find the chat. Here we go. Here's the chat. Where are we? Where are we? Are we? Oh, hi there, Mark Green. Also joined as a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmates. What a great evening you've joined. Seas Splendor is a relatively new ship. And fortunately, she's, again, one of these ships that got caught out with the pandemic. Being constructed just in time for the pandemic to start, so it's really messed up our schedule. As you can see, it's not an overly massive ship compared to some of the ships we get here in the port of Southampton. But yeah, I think the amenities on board seem amazing. I'll just quick look at News Girl 100. She has a News Girl 100. Which is interesting. She has a £200,000 mattresses. Wow. £200,000 mattress or $200,000 mattress. It's got to be some mattress. I think we're getting some beautiful sights here, shipmates. I'm not sure where this £10,000 a night suite is, but it says it's high up and on with views. I wonder if it's at the stern there. Look at the skies tonight. Aren't we in for a special treat this evening? Oh, there, Lisa Smith. She says you can buy the beds and mattresses, the bed linen, and they're used in the 7 Seas. I did also notice that not only do you have a pillow menu, you can also choose your bed linen as well. I mean, that's just travelling, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Ahoy there, Diana Bridge. Oh, ahoy there, Vanessa Wells. What a beautiful looking sunset. Great behind the 7 Seas liner. I totally agree. This is the best time of the evening at this time of year. As it's nights are drawing in, we're starting to get some really beautiful sunsets over the, I think what's the politically correctly called the energy regeneration unit. Or as what you and I may know it as an incinerator there in the far end, just where that setting sun is. Lovely skies there. Oh, their caravan says she sailed once with passengers. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I was trying to find some information out, but it's a little bit thin. Oh, there, Nigel Alexander says, how is Rusty? He's still doing okay. He's got a bit of an ear infection. Rusty's my little dog. He's got an ear infection, and it's been causing him to shake his head around very violently. But we've got some eardrops now from the vet, and it seems to be going down. So yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. I think he's a little bit grumpy with all this heat that suddenly arrived. Oh, there, Jamie Cole says he heard the ship's horns and popped out to see what was going on. Great YouTube channel, especially for locals. Absolutely, shipmate. I'm actually amazed, actually, the number of locals we get on board. A lot of locals on board this channel. Also, get people from all over the world. We've got some chat from Sweden often pops in. Really entertaining. But the majority of the audience is local. And I'm surprised at the number of people that actually come from Southampton as well. Some lovely silhouettes going on there. I think it's going to be difficult to see people in the cabins on the balconies just because of the bright light that's coming from behind. I think we'll all put up with a bit of brightness from behind for the moment because it is just wonderful, isn't it? And ahoy there, Les Low, and welcome aboard, shipmates. Pleasure to have you part of the crew. Ahoy there, Laser Claw says, where is Seven Seas going? I don't even need to because the spanners are so great. Steve Joy, Portland, UK. There we go, shipmate. CA850, stunning sunset tonight. These last few nights have been some amazing sunsets. Very lucky. Yes, this time of year they start to get better and better. It's interesting to see that she does actually have tugs on board. Tugs with her. That's I don't know why. You would have thought. Normally we only see tugs when it's particularly windy. But we've got a couple of tugs tonight. I don't know if if she's suffering with operational difficulties or if that's just the way she goes with tugs. Curious. I think these tugs have just dealt with a ship earlier. Yes, it's an entirely new-looking vista down here with the boat show in town. Boat show starts Friday. I'm going to go down on Friday to see what's going on the boat show. Hoping to do a live stream on the afternoon, so I may do a small test live stream in the morning just to see how if I can actually get enough 4G connectivity to do a live stream. And if I can, I'll do one in the afternoon. I'll do a proper live stream all around the boat show. Now I can wander around and show you what we all can't afford, but we'd love to have a look at. These are some stunning sights this evening, aren't they? Ahoy there, Markham Cooper. She says, where does she normally ply her trade? Well, I can tell you that she actually goes all around the world. She's more of these global cruise ships. I think I read that it was 470 destinations around the world that she's going to dock at. So she's not one of these ones that's restricted to just a few locations. Yeah, 375 total suites with the lavish 4,443 square foot Regent Suite as the premiere. Yeah, $200,000 Hunstan's Vivados custom-made mattress. It's pretty exciting. I better be good. But what a wonderful sight this evening. And we can see the Regent. So the Regent Suite, is this the Regent Seven Seas Splendor, and the Regent Suite is the most expensive. Really does look a very glamorous ship on board. I can concur with their rating of 6 stars. So total occupancy of 750 passengers, 55,000 gross tons, and length of 735 feet. Total crew 542. That's a pretty fair crew to passenger ratio. Like I say, the design from the outside is not particularly breathtaking. It's fairly conventional. It's not ugly. It's not poor. I'd almost say just a little bit conservative. But I think the internal design of the ship is simply wonderful. Looks very impressive on their website. Go and have a look if I was you. Plenty of restaurants on board. Swimming pool, shuffleboard, golf, library, and a card room for keeping you occupied. Also have a dance floor, a theatre, connoisseur club, and a casino to keep you entertained. Fitness fanatics, there's a sports deck, jogging track, and a tennis court. I think it's the Regent Suite that is the one that we all want to go on. I didn't hear if there was any passenger numbers. I was busy trying to restart the computer, so I'm not sure if there's passengers on board or not. I'm all at a bit of a 6 and 8, bit of a state. Let's have a look. Oh, ahoy, shipmates. We've got ahoy, Vendor Mender. Vendor Mender's joined as a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Pleasure to have her on board. And Ira Morgan, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, has also joined as leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Scatback Bob's, absolutely stunning sunset. I agree. And I think the timing, look at it, it's just, the sunset's just going out. She timed that beautifully, hasn't she? Just leaving. I mean, and it's such a lovely day in port. It's, have a quick look on Ferry Cam, because Ferry Cam will tell me no, it won't tell me the temperature for me, will it? Ferry Cam normally tells you the temperature. Have a quick look. 26, 27, 23 degrees. It's 23 degrees, 7:30 at night. Absolutely beautiful. Just what you need when you're leaving port to be sipping your rum-based cocktails. Feel like you're in the Caribbean. Look like you're in the Caribbean, frankly. On your 6-star luxury cruise ship on one of her, not maiden voyage, but one of her first voyages, I think we've discovered. Oh, there, Moulinex07. Welcome aboard, shipmate, as a leading hand. Pleasure to have you as part of the crew, shipmate. Oh, there, Angela McLaren says, stunning pictures. Thank you, Captain. Absolutely. I think it is stunning this evening. One disadvantage of this slightly balmy August evening is my cabin with my computer on, which works very hard. It works very hard to broadcast these live streams from all these cameras. Because of that, it throws out a lot of heat, so it's like sitting in a very small room with a fan heater on, which in the winter time, very nice. Not so handy when it's 23 degrees outside and been 27 all day. We've been quite busy this morning, actually, shipmates. We've been out filming, with a bit of a photo shoot with some of our new merchandise. We've got some lovely new merchandise coming. It's really good. Excellent premium merchandise with embroidery. So we've embroidered some flags and different bits and pieces on it. So I'm doing a bit of a photo shoot on that this morning, setting up the back end of the website. This channel's turning into, well, I'm not really sure what it's turning into, but it's turning into an exciting ride. That's absolutely for sure. I think I may have to rename this the Meteor View. Or I suppose more correctly, this would be the Meteor View. This was the Meteor camera. Hi there, Elaine Warren says, hi there, Captain. Absolutely love the channel. Keep up the good work. Well, many thanks, shipmate. Probably this time in the evening when I like to harp on about it too much, but if you are enjoying the content from the channel, do consider subscribing, because it really helps the channel out. Gets us a little more notoriety. Maybe we'll get a few more bits and pieces in the press. And maybe next year I'll get free boat show tickets. To pay for them this year. It's an outrage. Well, there, Vanessa Wells has just had a look at the website. The Regent Suite looks stunning, even as a grand piano. Oh, I didn't spot the grand piano. Oh, well, I'm guessing, well, like I say, $10,000 a night. It should be stunning. You get exclusive access on shore and all sorts of things, free 3 newspapers a day. Oh, it's really impressive. I think if I won the lottery, that would be where I'd spending my lottery money. Okay. Oh, unfortunately, we're going to end up going away from the sunset, which is rather unfortunate. Oh, a couple of questions I can see asking about the membership. So you can, subscribing is free of charge. There's a little red button somewhere. Hit the subscribe. If you'd like to join and be a member of the channel, where you get slightly, I say slightly, I shouldn't say that, you get exclusive content. There are 4 different levels that you can donate at, whatever you feel is comfortable. That will be greatly appreciated, and you get some benefits. 7 Seas Splendor. So that's the difference between being a member and a subscriber. Either way, I appreciate every single one of you. I don't mind how you join. Interesting to see the 7 Seas Splendor with a tug there. That's unusual. I have been talking to the chaps at VTS and asked them to why there's some with tugs and some with aren't. They've not really given me a firm answer on that. It's a little vague. Seems like there are a few passengers on board. I didn't know if, let's have a look. Did anyone catch the numbers on the radio? Let's have a quick look. Oh gosh, sorry, I've been missing the chat. I'm all a bit of a state here. Computer problems. Actually, I don't think it was a computer problem. I think it was more of a... problem with YouTube. Oh, ahoy there, shipmate Nigel Warren. Also signed up to be a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Oh, it's a pleasure to have you as part of the crew. In my haste to get the live stream working, I have foolishly neglected to bring myself a glass of water, and the temperature in the little cabin here is warming up nicely. Ahoy there, Jeff Bowman. Welcome aboard, shipmates. It's a pleasure to have you part of the crew. And it's just gone behind Town Quay. I think I had to say, if you were on the 7 Seas Splendor this evening and you'd just gone out, I don't think you could have asked for a better evening to leave the lovely port of Southampton with the sun setting behind the cranes in the container terminal at the far end, looking slightly like prehistoric dinosaurs from a yesteryear of the Victorian era. You couldn't have asked for a better evening, could you really? Lovely warm conditions, you'd be on your balcony, sipping your cocktail, rum-based, I'm sure. Oh, it's been a wonderful evening. Ahoy there, Nicky Wilson. Also joined as a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmate. I'm afraid I'm all a bit new to this, so you're all part of the Solent Ships journey as I try and work out what on earth's going on and what I'm doing. So please bear with me. I'm trying to appeal to everyone, if that makes sense. Quick look at that sunset again. It's just wonderful. Press day is Thursday at the boat show. Unfortunately, they didn't like I emailed them and said, you know, I've got a boat show camera. Clearly I must be press. I mean, I'm promoting your show. No response from the boat show whatsoever. So instead I've had to buy a couple of tickets. So I should be there on Friday, but Thursday's the first day. Oh, and ahoy there, Les Burring is joined as a midshipman. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Pleasure to have you aboard. hope we can grow together our memberships and things we do. Currently working on a new series for the channel, which is quite interesting. It's slightly different, but it's been really enjoyable to start filming it. And we've been employed a local band to come up with our theme tune, which is really good. And as an aside, the local band has also come up with a Rusty theme tune. So Rusty now has his own theme tune. I think he's the luckiest dog around. One of the things we'll do is we'll make a Rusty the Dog theme tune video so that we can all sing along. As you can see, she's not a particularly from the outside impressive ship. I don't mean that in a derogatory way, just conventional on the small side, but what a brilliant sunset. No, sorry, let's go back to the ship again. I think it's a brilliant concept to have a 6-star cruise ship. If I win the lottery, this one and the Golden Horizon. I really fancy the Golden Horizon, although I don't think I need to win the lottery to go on the Golden Horizon. The Golden Horizon is the 5-masted sailing cruise ship that was in port recently. Well, she wasn't in port, she was in Cowes. Absolutely wonderful. And I think probably a good move for cruise ships, because she's planning to travel around the world with the wind, thus not using so much fuel and hopefully being kinder to the environment. Oh, ahoy there, John Whittaker. Welcome aboard, shipmates. Many thanks for joining the crew as a leading hand. Hope you've got your sea legs about you, shipmates. And ahoy there, 'tis C, who's joined as a midshipman. Oh, welcome aboard, shipmate. Again, I hope you've passed your seamanship's exams and you're a good member of the crew, know how to tie a bowline and so forth. And ahoy there, Colin Wykes. Welcome to the crew, shipmate as a midshipman. So I feel like I need to be doing classes for all these new shipmates we have on board. Oh, with her Lizzie RH says that on the 11th, the Splendor of the Seas sails for 11 days around the UK. Regent Suite, about 86,000 Australian dollars per person. £46,000 per person for 11 days. That's quite a lot. Not quite £10,000. A bit of a discount there. What I couldn't find out about with the Regent Suite is I think it's only for 2 people. It has a dining room capable of entertaining 12 guests. But I think the suite itself only has two rooms, two berths. Maybe I'll find out another time. Well, there, Mark Castle. I see that. How's Rusty today, Kelly? Oh, he's much better. I've given him some. He's taking some eardrops. He was just shaking his head around a lot because I think he had an itchy ear, and it looked like he was going to shake his brain out. Poor guy. So yeah, he's looking much better. Yeah, I think he's coping well with the eardrops, and his ear doesn't look quite so red and swollen anymore, which is good. You can see Fawley Refinery there in the background. We've had some amazing flares from Fawley Refinery recently. I went down to Cowshot Spit at the weekend to take Rusty down for a walk along the beach. And there were some amazing flames coming out of here, even in daylight. It was quite impressive. Looks like we might get some flaring going on any moment now. Yeah, still a little bit of flaring going on at the moment. You can just about see it in the distance. Oh, welcome aboard, Wendy G. Joining as a leading hand. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Pleasure to have you as part of the crew. And also welcome aboard to Narina Nichols. Also joining us as a leading hand. Well, welcome aboard, shipmate. The refinery often has some flaring. It causes lots of problems in the local area because people think there's something really large on fire if this is quite cloudy. You can see the flares there quite clearly. So often in the local press, they have an announcement saying, "Refinery is flaring, don't call the fire brigade." I get lots of people calling the fire brigade. Ahoy there, Mark Green. Suggests that at this rate I might better aim higher than the blue dinghy. You were watching the chat earlier. We were looking at a little bit quiet this afternoon. When I came back, I was looking at the boats that were down at the boat show. And there's some really nice ones down there. Most of them are probably way beyond my budget. In fact, all of them are beyond my budget. But there was a tender on the back of a catamaran which looked quite attractive. And I thought perhaps that might be good. I realised something was going wrong when I was looking at a boat. I looked up the name. I went to the website, and then I was trying to decide what engine configuration I was going to go for. So I spent some time configuring my engines. You know, you've got to get the right type of engines for your use and what you're doing with your boat. And I realised that it was a £500,000 boat. And I'm thinking, why am I spending time configuring engines on a £500,000 boat I certainly can't afford? It's entertaining though, isn't it? It's very interesting. Oh, ahoy there, Steve R., who's just joined as a midshipman. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Pleasure to have you aboard. At this rate, I'm going to have to buy a bigger boat to get all these shipmates on board. David WK9 says, but is it a friendly, rusty-friendly ship? Well, I should say that. Someone's given me a life jacket for Rusty. So next time I have an opportunity to go out on someone's boat, I've been given a life jacket, so he should be well and truly safe. I have a good friend who was going to take a little trip down to Cornwall. We had this plan for a while. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be amazing. But unfortunately, he's been really busy with work, so we've not been able to go. But I had the life vest just for Rusty for that trip. I'm sure we'll have another opportunity to use it. Sunset is still looking marvellous. Maybe slightly improving. Not quite as good as it was earlier. Boy, they're kind of wanks asking what time the lifeboat drill is. Lifeboat drill will be later, shipmates. Just listen to the public service announcements. Visibility has improved down south of Watercastle. The last couple of days it's been very, very misty. Really been really busy. Oh, there, Janet Horton says it's a very pretty ship, looks very classy. Absolutely, I think you've nailed it there, shipmate. It's not going for anything outlandish. I think it's probably going to be one of these ships that will provide you with the most satisfying cruise ship experience you could ever imagine. If you wanted to spend that lottery winning money and treat yourself to an absolutely phenomenal experience, I think this would be one of the ships to go on. I did notice one of the things that was included with your Regent suite of $10,000 a night. Not only was it the pillow menu and being able to choose the linen and having a spa, it was open 24 hours a day, all for your own use, and getting 3 newspapers a day, is you also had a butler. I think having a butler at your disposal is very, very good. You also get premium access or priority access to onshore excursions with local guides. I think it's not just the suites. You're getting a total package. I think they really have thought it through. It does sound very good. Just have a quick look back at the sunset. It's looking rather nice. Mr. Cootie's got his lights on his building, his restaurant. If you are on the port of Southampton, you fancy an Indian meal, I can recommend Cootie's. He even has a cellar, a meat curing room in his restaurant where the walls are lined with Himalayan sea salt tiles, and that's where the meat is hung. The sea salt room really reduces humidity and draws the moisture out of the meat and also gives it a slightly salty taste. Absolutely brilliant idea. He's really good. Oh, there, Carol Whittlesea. Yeah, no. Beth 145 says, plus your own private dining room. That's absolutely right, Shibby. Your own private dining room for up to 12 guests. Yes, we can't forget that. Visibility's not so bad at the moment. I can see quite a long way down south of the water. In fact, we can see the Isle of Wight in the distance. Oh, this is probably the first time we've been able to see the Isle of Wight in a while. Oh, there, Bear 541 says that all Regent ships are great. They do look good. I was having a little look through the website, and it did look very impressive. Ah, ahoy there, Annette Ostrowska. Joined as a midshipman. Well, welcome aboard, shipmate. Pleasure to have you as part of the crew. Oh, yeah, Janet Horton says you will get saving for the cruise. Absolutely. I think you're going to have to save for that one. I did have a look around, actually. I did have a look on their website at the cruises, because I did think they would be a little too expensive. But some of them are quite expensive, but not ridiculously slow, I suppose. Definitely are more expensive than a lot of the other lines, but not too bad. Oh, boy, they're all at sea. Says, does anyone know when the Fawley chimney is being demolished? Well, the rumour is it's somewhere in October, shipmate. I'm planning to live stream that one, and I have a couple of people who are slightly in the know will give me the heads up. But as soon as I know, I will put up the live stream so that you can watch it blow up in real time. It's a bit of a shame. A couple of weeks ago, they turned off the navigation lights from the top. It's a absolute marker for all sailors in the Solent area at night time. The Fawley Tower is just such a navigational marker. It's absolutely amazing. So to lose that, it's actually really quite annoying. Initially, there's large development going down at Fawley. They're building a bit like a mini Venice with lots of houses and canals and a big development. So that's quite interesting. And one of the features they wanted to do was to keep the chimney and put a rotating restaurant on top. But New Forest District Council said they didn't want a rotating restaurant on top of the Fawley chimney because it might attract tourists. I lead you to make that of what you will. And ahoy there, Daniel-san. Has joined as a leading hand. Well, welcome aboard, shipmate. Pleasure to have you as part of the crew. It's looking a little grey and dark down there towards Southampton Water. But back here in port, looking like a Caribbean sunset. How about that? Simply amazing. But we'll carry on with the Seas Splendor. Well, there Elizabeth Whittlesey says she's been tracking the Disney Magic. I don't know where Disney Magic is now. You'll be more up to date than I will. Oh, ahoy there, Mark Castle says you can see the Isle of Wight from Brighton tonight. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know you could see the Isle of Wight from Brighton. That's really impressive. Is that with the naked eye or with binoculars or something? I'm surprised because the visibility is not... It's not totally brilliant. It's not 100%. Well, maybe it's good enough. Oh, there Daniel Sand says, I'd like to thank Solent Ships and Mrs. Ships. Well, thank you. It's Mrs. Ships that really keeps this ship shape and in the fashion that it needs to be. I'm simply the pretty figurehead that takes all the credit. And probably not that pretty either. Oh, ahoy there, Matt King. He's our spanner and also resident meteor spotter. And he makes a good point that the Fawley chimney is not only visible from the water, but also really visible from land. As you're navigating around the New Forest at night time, if you're walking across the New Forest, you can look up and find the Fawley chimney and know which direction you're going. It would be sorely missed. Oh, there, Warminghurst says if you can see the Isle of Wight from Sussex, then it's going to rain. Excellent. I don't know if that's true or not, but I like the thinking. Oh, there, Carol Wood sees this great sunset. Absolutely. Oh, there, Harvey Shacknell. Just says ahoy to the captain and shipmates. And if you can't see the Isle of Wight, then it's already raining. I see. It's a joke. Oh, I misread that. I fell for that one. Ahoy there, Michel Diaz said, Cooties lit up well tonight. Yes, it is indeed. This is about the right type of balance, this type of light. Oh, the bat just flew past then. How about that? Once it gets darker, Cooties is too bright and the camera can't really cope with it. But about this time of night where it's dusky, sunsetty, it's just the sky is bright enough, the environment is bright enough that Cooties isn't too bright, and it's just a lovely panorama. Oh, there's Spiderlog says that Disney Magic is in Newcastle, bound due to arrive there tomorrow. I think she was in Dover, Newcastle for a while, and then she was going over to back over to the States. Not sure when that was going to the States, but back over to Florida or something. And people were saying that she might be turned into an artificial reef. It's a fairly old ship, launched in 1998. So, as far as I've experienced with ships coming in, well, cruise ships coming out of the port of Southampton, she's probably the oldest we've seen so far. Excellent spot for ship spotting there, coming in on the Red Funnel ferry there. You get a marvellous view of the cruise ships coming in. So if you fancy a water view, Hythe ferry is excellent to go from Southampton to Hythe. You can see the ships if they're docked. But if you actually want to pass them in motion, probably one of the red funnels. If you can coordinate your day trip to the Isle of Wight with coming back on the red funnel when there's some cruise ships leaving, you'll be quids in. Oh dear. Ahoy there, Jules R. said a friend sent me a link to a local paper in Newcastle from when Disney Magic departed, and there was 4 lots of haulage. Felt cheated. I don't disagree with you there, shipmate, because a couple of times when Disney Magic's left ports here in Southampton, there's been absolutely no haulage. And on the last time she left, it was just the once. Whereas if you take some of the princess ships, they're blasting out the love boat theme almost endlessly. In fact, local residents have written to the Daily Echo newspaper and complained, saying, I'm sitting at home reading my book peacefully and quietly, and all of a sudden all I can hear is this honking and hooting and this love boat theme being blasted out all around town. They seriously do complain about it. Oh, well, Danielson says, did I know there's between St. Catherine's Lighthouse and the Needles, there's a red line. If you can't see the line, then it's foggy. No, I didn't know that, shipmate. You are a mine of information, Danielson. Someone spotted the faux meteorites, the meteor, or one of the seagulls. Yes, indeed. Well, it looked a bit black this time. Yes, that is the problem. The camera just gives this ghosting effect. If they wiggle around, they look like birds, but high at night when they're just sort of flying somewhere, it just looks like streaks. It really does give that impression of meteors. I seem to have a crane in our way, unfortunately, shipmates. Still have a lovely developing sunset over here as well. Wonderful. Visibility is really good. It hasn't been this good for a while. It's not perfect though. Over here, that little orangey glow in the centre of the screen is the parish church of Ryde. So it's not too bad, but it could be clearer. Could be clearer. Well, shipmates, I'm going to continue to follow the Seas Splendor. It's a bit of a mouthful, frankly. I'm going to carry on following her, but I am slightly gasping for my drink of water. If you have enjoyed this broadcast, please do think about subscribing. I'd like to thank all my Patreons, PayPal donors, and now, of course, new shipmates as YouTube members. And, of course, thank you to the Blue Spanner crew, who are absolutely brilliant at running the chats on all the live streaming cameras, not just the special broadcasts, but also the static cameras that run all the time. And also particularly excellent at spotting meteors and also spotting trucks demolishing check-in desks. Well, till next time, shipmates.
BTS is CSB 70. Good evening, ma'am. That's us now departing SFC en route for Port Solent via the North Channel.
CSP 70 VTS, that's all received, thank you. Traffic information, you have inward bound, approaching the East Brambles Buoy, the Janie W, using the North Channel up to the Empress.
BTS CSB 70, that's all received. Many thanks.
Once we shall be tested for the fault, thank you. Thomas BTS, that's all, copy, thank you. You have inward bound the Janie W, approaching the East Brambles.